Famulaudo, I welcome you to the radio broadcast program of the Medical Missionary Movement Salon chapter on Adventist Broadcasting Service Radio FM 107.7. We day 24 Service Street, Brookfield, inside Freetown Salon. The broadcast will provide Bible-based and science-supported information for you and your well body for today and tomorrow. We promote wellness through healthy lifestyle behavior. We know say God know all things, He see all things, and it tell we inside the Bible how to confront then physical, emotional, and spiritual challenge then by how they obey the laws of health. Salon they wish for shape this information that it will give you total well body for today and eternity. However, this information all they provide now for educational purpose no more for help make you avoid sickness. We dey recommend say anytime when you sick or you feel your body, go see your doctor for evaluation. He will able advise you and tell you waiting for do. We broadcast series now let we choose well body. And we topic for today now that food what they eat na Meresin. Now we they can't talk about. And we presentation is based on information we will find inside the Word of God, we in the Bible. One book they were entitled The Divine Prescription and Science of Health and Healing, we in Gunther Pauling, nine writer, and the Medical Missionary Pamphlet, we in God's Key to Wellness, and the Ministry of Healing. If you want copy by anyone pandemic book there, you will contact we on this number 079-107-107. The money na thing we go fit your pocket. This broadcast now for all who that they listen, and we shall say by the end of the broadcast, you go gladly you don't stay tuned to the radio till we done. The host and presenter today na me, Milton Joe Songu, and with me na the studio I get three Master Sabi people and way they can join me for present this program. We get Sister Nancy Ela. Sister, you go tell Fambul how do?
Fambul, good evening. Welcome to another series of Let We Choose Well Body.
And we also get Abdul S. Yate Utui. Abdul, you go tell Fambul how do for we?
My brother and my sister, good evening and welcome to Let We Choose Well Body, a program where we go help you for make you get well body.
Then we get with Mami Wede with we, as usual, Madam Rosa Johnson. Madam Rosa, Fambul, they listen to you. Tell her how do.
Fambul, good evening.
Okay, why should they prepare for low cancer and buy you this good presentation? Food, that food they eat na Meresin. Would they samba you this music we entitled na The Great Physician?
The great physician now is near, the sea birds eyes in Jesus. He speaks the dropping heart to cheer. Oh, yeah.
The station with good programming and music of your choice. Gospel music, 107.7 Adventist Radio in Freetown.
My radio, your radio, everyone's radio. You're listening to the Adventist Broadcasting System live in Freetown on 107.7 FM. I love you all.
Fambula, no say you enjoy this music, super one. Well, we don't come now for can't tell you about food na Meresin. Go talk to Sister Nancy. Sister Nancy, Famble to listen to you. We get boku type of food then na the world, right? All man they eat what you feel for it now. I they come to you for make you tell Famble where they listen to we. Which type of food then go where God give we inside Eden before sin or before the fall of man?
Before I come direct to we question this evening, me brother where they listen to me sister, me mama, me papa, any side you dey, whether you dey na motoka, you dey na you host, wherever you find yourself this evening, where you dey listen to this well body talk. I want for begin for say before I answer the question we say whose kind food where God give we for make we eat before sin can at the world, or wetin make God allow mortal man for make we eat flesh, what would they call beef, fish or other thing. I want for first talk wetin are some of the thing them where we dey get inside the chop where we dey eat. Wetin make we dey eat food? The reason wey make we dey eat the chop the way we dey eat and for make we able gather wetin wait man call nutrient. That na the yam dem all wey dey inside the food wey we dey eat, wey na in dey help we for give we energy, e help we for make we grow, e dey repair the cells dem, the tissues dem, the organs dem na the body. That na the different parts dem work the way dem dey do na the body. Wetin dem need for get from we food dem. And also for make them protect the body from then disease, then all then kind of sickness them and infections them we not supposed for day na the body. And also then simple fruits and what they eat, vegetable, nuts, seed, grains, where they help for make we able for continue for get well body. So now some of the thing then this where God wants for make we eat, I go name them again: fruit, vegetable, nuts, seeds, grains. Now then go help for make we get well body. And also the food where we dey eat na Meresin. The chop where we dey eat na Meresin. But we go come for know how this chop where we dey eat be Meresin. But make I go to the question where the moderator asked this evening, say whose type food where God give we for make we eat before sin can na the world. Before sin enter na the world, the original or the diet or the food where God give mortal man for make we eat, if we turn with Bible inside Papa God in word where come on Genesis chapter 1 verse 29, it tell we say, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Now the food this where God give we before sin can at the world, where God make this fine world. We where they read with Bible, we were Christians, God tell we say inside the Garden of Eden, God put all the food and the chop them where we need for help we for make we remain healthy, for help we for make we not sick. But where sin been get for can at the world, wetin happen? The chop where God first give we change them. Why? Because mortal man been get for left this fine garden, this fine place where God don't make for mortal man, where don't put all the fine food where mortal man for eat, for making able for maintain well body, for making able for strong and move about. God been get for drive and come on at this garden. And they been get for go now, mortal man been get for go because of sin. God tell mortal man say you go sweat and suffer and before you go eat. And this ground where been they give you this fine chop, this ground here so, and you not go give you that kind fine chop. Now chuk and other thing then go did it. So because of that now, when mortal man get for left the garden and go now for go till the ground, God been get for tell mortal man waiting if for eat again. And God been get for tell mortal man say, make them eat herbs. And herbs na dem leaf dem and other thing dem wey dey give we chop flavour, wey also dey serve as meresin inside we food dem. But as I say, we go come again for know wetin na dem different herbs dem ya so wey we need inside we food for serve as meresin and for serve as fine flavour and for do other thing dem to we food wey go make we gladi for eat we food. All together, from all wetin I don say this evening, e tell we say God bin get for give mortal man, grains dem for eat, fruits dem for eat, nuts dem for eat, and also vegetables for eat. I just dey call am so because as we dey go inside the presentation, I no want make you left outside, you dey not touch the dial, just sit down. We go get for highlight to you all the thing dem wey dey fall under dem grains, dem fruits, dem nuts, and dem vegetables here so we go find for we for eat. And the other thing wey I want for talk about, wetin make after sin wey God be don give we fruits dem, grains dem, later God can give we wetin? Flesh for eat. Now who's then God give we this flesh? Why he give we this flesh? We find out say where sin, where Adam and Eve then sin, the first mama and papa the way God make, where then sin na the garden. God drive them come on at that fine garden. We say I don't put all things for them for eat for them well body one. He drive them. And when he drive them, he been get for tell them say, then get for suffer and sweat. Then get for work, then dig the ground, then plant before then go able forget waiting then go eat. And he been get for also tell them say, make them eat herbs of the field. Then different leaf them where they at the field. He say make them eat them. But where the sin don't come pass mark now, mortal man don't do bad sote inside God in word now. Genesis chapter 6:5, where mortal man don't bad, God say he regret we make mortal man. So God been get for destroy this world here so with water. Where God destroy this world with water, waiting happen. The one the way he save when a Noah and his family, where the number now 8, where then come out because of the water don't destroy all things, the plants there, the grass there, the leaf them, everything. The water don't destroy them. God now been get for tell mortal man say, make it kill the clean animal, make it eat. Because when Noah enter, we were don't read the Bible, we were they follow Papa God in word. Then tell we say, when Noah they enter na the boat, God tell and say, make he put the clean animal them, make he care and go inside seven, and so if put them inside. And the unclean one then two, make them go inside there. So waiting happen. Where then come on now, the leaf they all don't dry, the tree they all don't die, nothing no day again, the water don't spoil, all thing. And mortal man get for it, life get for go on. So God been get for tell mortal man say, make them kill the clean animal, the clean one there, not to the unclean one them. Well today, because all man get chance for read Papa God in word, all man they interpret Papa God in word to wait he understand. Today we get some people where they say, God say for it all thing, not condemn anything. But we learn from Papa God in word say, God been tell Noah say only the clean animals now that he go kill and eat for food. So if Mr. Moderator you ask me, whose type eat God give mortal man before sin? And what he make mortal man change? God change mortal man in food, in diet where he for eat. Or why God allow mortal man for eat flesh? So far so good. Now I go draw the curtain this evening. But the question where you give me, and let God bless we listeners them.
Okay, Sister Nancy, I tell you thank you. Family, where they listen to me. Sister Nancy don't tell you about the kind of food the way God give we. Inside Eden, mortal man for eat. He also go on further for tell you about the kind of food that how God changed with diet where we left Eden, that now we don't commit sin. We don't come here add herbs the way, nothing the way we need for eat for, because God knows you after we don't left Eden, we go for the sick. So we add them herbs then to we diet, we now then responsible for healing of the body. Then he go on back for tell we the time way God introduced flesh inside we diet. Who tell we begin eat diet and why flesh and why we begin eat flesh. Okay, Sister Nancy, if I'm listen to you, we tell you plenty, thank you. They come now straight to me, brother. This food Yahweh God don't give we. wey we dey eat now. How this food dey able help for mend dem sick dem wey dey inside we? Then how this same food dey able help we for prevent dem sick dem wey can wan come we way?
Thank you very much. Sick, God no be make am for make motaman get sick at all. Not to God in desire for way it dey turn around and they see how we body dey kendele every now and then, how the part of the body they go down like how they go down so no more. Not to God in wish at all. But as a result of what we know say sin, now it don't deteriorate the body, and part of what now we dey eat or put inside the body, in just they go make the thing now become very, very worst. But what thing God really they try for do now is that all the things that way we sister don't name, fruit now, vegetable, nuts, grains, seed, they were original diet the way God been give, where God he put in blessing inside them food there, and even he give them food there life, so that when me and you to eat them, we will able get all the things that way the body need for make we dey strong and get well body. And since now God give them food there to motaman way make motaman body, it means say now the best way motaman forget we eat for eat also and get well body. And because he also get all the things that way the body need for make motaman get the kind good blood we he need. Remember I say what you be what you dey eat na in go determine the kind blood way you get. And not say even the Bible talk inside Leviticus 17 verse 11 say life dey na the blood. So what you dey eat also determine the kind of blood way they get. And it is now a responsibility for that we eat the good food so that we get the kind blood we need for make we for stay well body and get strength. Man not to person way if for dinner at the wall always they begin for patch in body. Every now and then begin they give rub, begin they give tablet, begin they all turn they patch body. Not to that one they really God intend master man for make it be. But today where it turn all around, you see either that person rub Meresin in head or he rub Meresin in back or all the time they work her. Not to that kind way they really God be intend them. But sin and the food the way they eat, they cause problem. So the food way they eat, they determine as I continue for say, what they eat to, you have for take time and know the kind of food way they eat. And we for eat natural food way not get any problem by that na in part. What would they take or they survive on this natural food? I mean, watching the food that we don't call so. It means say would they try for increase the kind of nutrient we they inside with body. Because as I say, if God not give meat to mortal man, then it means say it not fits in body. But because of after the flood don't happen, we realize from my sister say God also been permit mortal man for make he eat meat because of the plan not been there again for make mortal man for sustaining life. But as you do so, what will happen? It's just for certain mortal man in life. Because if mortal man continue for eat meat and go for prolong in life, it will be a very miserable situation. Me and you don't know the value or the weight of sin. But if you really try for study Papa God in word, you know what sin mean. For Jesus Christ for left the heaven and Cana earth, you know what sin mean. And if we continue for day in a bad life, continue for eat food and we're not good for we, and continue for live, God really go sympathize with we, but cause me and you too, well, body business no go be in a very fine state. So as we dey eat the food wey good, na so we dey get the kind thing them way they make the body dey strong every now and then. When we dey eat food like nut, grain, and seed. Grain like a bulgur, rice, then corn, millet. We eat something like a pumpkin seed, like a groundnut, then almond seed, and pepper seed, and even soya seed. We get coconut, we get bread nut, and almond nuts. Then where you eat them, God don't put special nutrient in them food there, because these are the original food where they match up with the life where you and me to get. And you get all what it take for make you able for get the kind nutrient them the body need for make you able for stay healthy. The next thing way you for eat for make forget sickness and make it for prevent sickness na in this fruit and the vegetable them. We believe say plenty thing dey inside the fruit and the vegetable. Somebody go ask, why make the nut? Why make seed? If na in for eat for make it get well body. We all know say all na farmer who can plant. And what they plant in most cases, especially this sexual propagation, the thing that by using seed for make you plant, say when you use seed, it a boss. And then say life day inside that seed day. So inside the seed, we get the seed of life inside them. We get germ inside that seed day. And we get the seed inside there, we get the power for make the seed burst back and it come into life. And na day the spark of life, na day is shidon. So God not do no mistake where it tell me and you too, for that would always continue for eat seed them. For that continue for eat nuts, for that we continue for eat grain, especially whole grain. Not to that kind rest now where they come over from overseas. That rest we get the jam, we get plenty nutrient on them. Like that of rest, that barabara rest is very good for me you too for make you eat them, because if time you get all we take for make it protect we for let we not get boku sick inside we body. And as I don't say, as we continue for eat this food here, we they find out say all the time the body go able for become strong more and more on daily basis. But if we continue for eat, think them we really not good, it go very, very bad. Because when they eat like something like a refined food or beef safe, fried food, any other food, and tell we say it they go form boku acid inside the system. And that make and they call them these are acid forming foods. Acid forming foods, now them food them where they eat, where they go turn more acid in the body than how the body not for able for take. But when you eat the fruits, vegetable and nuts, then they go try for neutralize that acid and become alkaline. And then when you get plenty of them here, you go mean say, or you get a balance of both the acid in the body or the alkaline, or you get more of alkaline. That is that kind of way they get from plant food them. If they find out say if they get a very healthy body. Now that make one for make you realize say continue for eat vegetables and nuts, then it will get more well body. But one for make we know, my brother and sister, how the body they work. Me and you where they listen to this program, what you need for know? We need for know say every you and me, we need for know say how the body they work. We need for study how the body they work and know why would they eat food and when they eat this food, what thing they happen inside the body. Now 4 basic things that they happen in the body. One, where they take the food, if we undergo what they call digestion. Digestion, now the way where the food they mass, tete able for done, and the way how the body able for get them. And For mass the food, you go start for mass the food inside the mouth. Because inside the mouth, na dey it is able for pull comot the food where they give you strength, what they call carbohydrate and sugar and all that fat them. And from the mouth now, the food go inside the belly, and then inside the belly you get one chemical they way is very corrosive with the bone, what they call hydrochloric acid. This also they help for make you broke down the food inside the belly. From there now, we and don't broke them inside the fine one. Then they go pass them one side when they call it duodenum, the small intestine. Now small gut. Inside this small gut now the thing now will begin to form, and a day what they call absorption of the food they take place. And inside that place they find out say one thing they way Englishman or the one always sabi book they call alveoli, feel like a towel normal. Now inside that thing they now in the able for suck all the yam them way they inside that food day, and the one way the body no need it they pull them, it get and go. It just be by way they grate a cassava. We don't grate the cassava, what they do? You go one for squeeze them, but they make like a towel, so you put them there, you squeeze them. So that water where they come out, and they call it the filtrate. And the one where they left, they call it residue. So also where the food one mass inside the belly, better one. We go na that small gut side. Now then they go try for pull the good one where the body need, and the bad one the body no need. So what did they happen, my brother and my sister? Listen very, very careful. If you eat food where they go cover that thing where people like a towel, we will like for eat them butter, then oil, them boku food they would eat. If they go cover, which means if they go from what they call mucus plug. That mucus plug if they go cover that thing the way for don't suck the nutrients in the body, fine one. It just feel like a way you take towel, you cover that thing, way for go suck that nutrients from that body, way for put them inside the blood. But now we don't go cover that side the thing only for suck the thing they find again for put them inside the blood. So they find out the amount of nutrients way for don't suck and put in the blood, we go give you the good health we need. You know go able again. Because you don't go wrap that thing there with that kind thing there with the oil, it don't become like a fat panam. So what will happen? The kind food way for going at the blood, the good enough, small one the good day, and most of it will be excreted like as a waste product. So in the sense, it will lose more nutrients as you supposed to get them inside the system. And when that they happen, you go find out say it eat more of the nutrients, but they find out say they get that kind body where they get, because the body not forget the kind nutrient where you need, because you don't go mix them up with kind food where you not find at all. So now that make, if you want forget well body, you therefore ensure say you eat the right food, and the right food where you need for it. Now in the food where God make, because when you eat like vitamins or fruits, it they give you vitamins, and vitamins they able for protect you for making not get sick. We eat nuts or grains or seed, they get plenty protein, and protein they help you for make you build up your body the way how you want to for make it grow. When you eat fruit, all that one the back is fine, because instead they act as cleaner, it acts as vitamins. So for make you forget sickness at all time, then food there is very, very necessary for you. Not depend upon the food and way they bring problem in the body, but continue for eat the food and we go help you for defend the body so that no get sick. And even when you get the sick, it go able for prevent you or heal the sick. Fine one.
Okay, family. So you don't hear that one waiting Ella don't talk. We for take time with waiting we they eat, because waiting we they eat can make we sick, and waiting we they eat can mend we, and waiting we they eat can help prevent sickness. Okay, Sister Nancy, at the country, if I'm still do we still want learn more from waiting we get for tell them. They talk about food na Meresin, that the kind thing them we eat na Meresin. You go able to tell family where they listen to, we make you tell farm which categories of them food then yeah we good for well body one and one the way sometimes you will able to tell them back again we not good for well body.
Well, me fumble wey dey under. I know say we elder don't try so far. He don't try for name some of the food them way fine for we well body one and we good for make we eat for keep this body for the fine one. But for give the different or the categories of food them, I go first talk about the food them where we dey get from the plant we then call the cereals, the cereal plant. The cereal plant na plant where now from there we dey get all we grains them. The grains them belong to this family of cereal. And this plant where with man they call cereals, from there now they would get we rest. This rest we like. Where Salomon if he eat anything for the day, if he not eat rest, he go say for money I not eat past that cassava. Now they would get we rest. Now they would get we bulgur wheat. Now from the family of cereal, now they would get we cornmeal. Now they would get we millet. Now they would get we maize, we sorghum. Where as I dey go through, I dey see the names of them food there. I remember the term for the war. When the war began at Salon, them food here all what they call most of them began at this we country. And then they supply and give we free. We not be lekam, we not be sabi, and we not be know the food value. Like most of we been there upline, we been getting small company where they make when are they the displaced they been there because you not go be refugee in your own country, we not be displaced there. So until you come up island, you can't go. So we been get the camp there, we been get splendid camp, different one day. So when they supply with the sorghum, oh they eat how they sing. We get a woman, they sister there, then they sing pamende, but the sorghum say then they eat no more, but not to food. But we able to learn now to say sorghum now one part the food then that one day we get a very high food value where we need. And among the cereal, then tell we say the one them where they get the highest percentage, we get about 89% of the food values and what they get from them food here. Now rest, the bulgur wheat, the one what they call maize. I try for find Creole word for them, but I never get Creole word for corn. That corn. Now then get the 89% of the food value where we they get from the food. So under the area of the cereal family, now the food then that one day we find for make we eat. And also under there again, if we broke and down, we get other food then back again where we they call oats. Where they all they come off from the wheat side. We get oats, we get quinoa. Quinoa no common now. But they don't find out say now the highest protein of all because now bulgur in the lead. But they don't find out say now this one we then call quinoa, even though it not there, now you get the highest protein from the grains them where we get. Trade na be bulgur wheat, and even as saloya na bulgur wheat we sabi. It gets so much protein and fiber that when you eat and for let digest na hook. So, but they don't find out say this quinoa na in the lead now. I hope and pray say we will get an salon so that we go eat them and continue forget the well body we supposed forget. And the other food them where we get way na the other category na legumes. With man call them legumes. And under the legumes until we say na the richest source of protein, starch and mineral, and also the vitamins, the different vitamins we they get them. And the food them where they under this legume where the one that we know about body tell we say now them beans and then peas. Then one the what they call like then lentils, where na like then folic acid, biko beans, black eye beans. Then get one we then call chickpeas. Some them beans they don't come on here. But when you go na supermarket, you they able forget that once and for you well body one. Somebody go say I don't get money. Waiting the way you not go do for make you keep well. So and some of them other beans then when I like then kidney beans, black beans, and even this will be big beans. They all fall under these legumes where we talk. And the other categories of food, now the seed them. Then seed, like we get them Benny seed, na salon we get that pumpkin seed. First of all, we been there upline, we don't be the too pay attention to her. But we don't learn say that pumpkin seed. Miela go attest to that. Where you don't peel and fine one, you patch them. That one they eat patch granite. I don't know which one sweet passing company.
Very nutritious.
And a very nutritious also. Because waiting we been sabi no more na this egusi seed. Now that make you find out in a salon, it's expensive. Every day it just dey go up. There was time we dey buy am 13,000, but now I think it don't go to 17, 18,000 per cup. The one way then they peel. So now then why are that kenda also where we can patch, we beat and we make the rice inside fine. But the seeds them, we get other seed there, not to the only seed then this, but now then why are common to we. Now salon ya punky seed, egusi seed, Benin seed. So you not go say I'm not going to forget seeds because we able get them while they around you. And also the vegetables. We get different vegetables. Name them themselves way some we will not ever hear them where they. But we get common names then na salon where we dey able find our own country like then cabbage, then carrot, no, then runner beans, all of them why so then they under we own vegetables then we get tomato, we get cucumber, we get radish, we get one way na zucchini. Zucchini they are now elasa. Where you go na salad ground, you dey get zucchini there. We get the eggplants, we get we mokabi then we get we jakato. So you know go say I not get vegetables for it. Then they first time they say then they are na for money man there. You know go tell me say jakato na for money man. Because jakato they na market 1,000, 2,000. Eggplant what they call G blocks a day. Mokabi day what they call garden eggs. They all day a na we country. And also the herbs. We get parsley na we get patmenji, not to so ella. We get that other one again where this one where then they call leafy abas, what they call them spring onions. We get garlic naya boku. All of them spicy food then we get anaya. Then thing the way you go put where go serve as medicine. Even ginger, ella.
Yes.
We get ginger naya. We get other one then where we don't recover like a turmeric. Where recently we don't recover and say it's very good and it meant so many disease and where they see say something they not go able for even men and a salon like if you get some cancer pass and fly with you either they can you go then Indian then Ghana then other overseas countries and for go menu we find out say turmeric they meant some of them cancer then they we get this other one where they call galanga where recently itself is spicy in fact in one pass ginger. There was a time I not be sabi this galanga. I go pull am boku with school then root am. Then leave her out. There be one for bill day. Now I told this galanga I can a church to me Ella. But where I bet the thing wham. Now I can say I say Ella, I don't go see ginger this and to where. So we don't test this thing wham. Me Ella self they find out now waiting this. We not be no, we not be sabi am, Mr. Moderator. Waiting I do. I get am almost full up. Buckets, 2 buckets na me house. I keep and be me house stay. Will not be no but waiting I do. I end up for Troya. After I don't Troya and 2 days. Now me hella can meet me. Stay with that thing. Now I say who's thing? He said that thing will be carried with na church here. Now in them begin for talk but in medicine work the way they do na the body. By then I don't Troya. So every day we they find out but things they like that beetle, broccoli, cauliflower. Now thing them way I be seen at my village tell us small. Now then swampy area with the root with the hiba. Would they tell the company and say if you eat it, they die in a poison. But of late we can't find out. They want the way they go find out na internet. But well body food them. And in fact, they want also that broccoli, cauliflower, Mr. Moderator, na supermarket. The last time, about 6 months ago, I go ask for around 60,000, the fancy one. The one we don't cake, we don't get ice. And then tell we say, if the one we get ice, it don't lose some food value because of the long term where they don't keep her inside ice. 60,000. I just imagine if now, then 10 and day, we have been there in my village, who they pull them, who they throw them. So all of them why are so. Now some of the food then, where then get the last category where I want for talk about, now nuts. We get different nuts them. Today na salon and then say nuts it consists of them one day we get a hard kanda we get a shell pass you get for broken for let you able forget waiting day inside it and some of the nuts them we then call we eat plenty anyway God elect motorman the kind thing the way God give motorman for it is so plenty. Where you come under the family of nut, you get walnut, you get coconut, you get cashew nut, you get almond, you get chestnut, hazelnut, pistachios, you get Brazil nut, pine nut, All of them were na different nuts there where God give we for it. Some not there now we country today, but we go able to find coconut, not so coconut day around. We also get cashew nut around. We get almond. Now na salon, if somebody meet you, they pick almond, you know, adult, then they say you be guy.
English apple, English
Granite.
Granite.
What would they call English granite? It dey boku today. If person meet you, they pick her. He go look for si foley and say, who's kind big guy, big man or big woman this? Look what it, because we believe say that picking and they pick them, then broke them for food. But we don't find out say almond is nutritious. It get plenty thing where they do to the body. Where I go left that side for me, Ella, it will get for Rob more today more. But if we want some of them not here, I don't call we no dinner. If we go to supermarket, we get them, then they come in the mixed form. They call them mixed nuts. Inside one small plastic, you go get there you almond, you get you hazelnut, you get you pistachios, you get you Brazil nuts, you pine nuts, all mixed together. As I dey talk to Mr. Moderator, I don't eat, I don't buy them. They get one supermarket where they buy College Junction to win at the western part of Salone. It did they call a Euro supermarket. It did it not too expensive. Somebody go fit say because then say, and most times we take ambogui where we they prevent we say for make we not eat the thing the way good for we. As we see the name supermarket, we say, oh yanda, the money man in the enter day. But something and then a supermarket were even cheaper than the thing they would buy in a treat. Something and did it. And today one thing again we don't so common that people and say the food where they buy from them fast food places is more cheaper than where they prepare your own food now us. But that one not true. When I can hear that, the first thing where they can in mind are that how possible that be? For say waiting and they go buy the person they go sell and for make money. It cheap past the one way me go cook na me house. I take all my time and put the right one the way I want. So because of that today, so many places who shall go get the right food, we know they enter there. But like in the area of North, we get the one then we go meet with pockets and salon. There was a time we been they read but coconut, the kind sickness and way coconut the men. Now there even land say you get where they process the virgin coconut. I begin to ask who's one of the virgin coconut again by then. So we find out say they say coconut they even mean cancer. Some cancer they way coconut the men. Almost by we they charm coconut pande. We don't go up na salon. We believe say na only cook food. But we learn again say then raw food is fine for it. Especially the vegetables. Some man go tell you say na grass. Me na a goat where they can't eat grass. Where when they go places so they sensitize people but their vegetables where you go like you get your cabbage, you slice them fine, you slice your carrot, you mix them together. If you get small virgin olive oil, you sprinkle them, you put some other herbs there, you eat. They ask you if in a goat or in a cow for go eat leaf. But some then raw food then like an apple. Apple day today na salon. You go eastern apple day, you can't western apple day. Cucumber day all over. But the most important thing na that we for eat the food then way they in season. The one way they, that moment way they, because we not get the gadgets them for preserve, we food them. Saute another season can meter. But where it can eat plenty, it cheap. You know go say you no go afford mango if mango tem come. Orange tem come. Banana they plenty. You know go tell me say no able for afford banana. Even this cucumber they now boku. So let we eat the food them way they in season. So Mr. Moderator, if he asks me the food them, the categories of food them so far, now then why I are able for tell you about an example of the good food them where they na salon. Now some of the one they way a name for you, where as call them as then they under them categories. I call the one the way they get na salon here, we go meet with pocket, we go eat for make we get well body.
Okay, Sister Nancy, family don't hear all what you don't talk. We been they call some of them food and they family been they wonder. He say, "Who say me go able get anything?" Because some of them name then they been they call. It looks strange to family. So family, you don't hear some them food then the way Sister Nancy been they call it there, and we get very good food and back again inside salon way a good for the well body one. We will continue with you, family. No go still continue for us. You don't listen with we. And they can't talk to Elayate. Elayate, family want make you tell them. We getting food there inside salon. but not to all size on time we able get them. We want my farm will know how we able improve the quality of them food they will get. Now different places there, like Kusa where they live. Sometimes you get some particular community then specialized for plants this. They were now distant the plant, they were now distant the plant. So like we want make farm will know, say yes, it can able plant different variety. How we able improve on this system? Make farm will hear you.
All right. Food is fine. Even though we don't tell my brother and my sister for say the food where they eat, they determine your well body business or how long you will live. And that we don't tell you say fruits and nuts, vegetable, are the best food for mortal man. Yet today we dey see plenty of them tear back we dey spoil them. And study don't tell we say we dey eat raw food for make you get well body, for make you not get sickness, for make even when you sick, you able for mend the sick, it better than that food day you go cook am. In other words, I dey try for tell you say for eat raw food, it better than for eat cooked food. That is how God really designed the body. We no want to see animal in a bush, then go make fire, they go cook. What it then depend upon now on plants. And sometimes we admire the animal, then we go back, we kill them, we want forget them flesh. So a very miserable. Like where my sister been they talk about the food they eat, where the men will like that turmeric, a very medicinal. Where then will come for tell una very soon. And this is very important. Today, plenty people even what we don't tell una so cooking and find out say now one of the things where they destroy most of the food them or for don't get benefit from. But the way how they cook them can make instead of benefit from them, at the end of the day, now poison also they continue for put. So studies don't prove say that thing then they is very bad. And today plenty people we don't know really how for cook some food them for make we get well body at all. The way how not for cook them, now so they cook them. And then what they cook, especially like vegetable food them, leaf business, and tell we say as they cook them, now so plenty of the vitamins also they spoil them as they cook. And then not only and no more, even the mineral where they inside them good food that what sister don't tell you. It can plenty time we can lose them where they cook them. So in other words, it they lost plenty vitamin, it they lost plenty mineral where the body need for make it grow well and do fine one. Where would they cook with food them? And I'm not going to talk about other chemical like what they call enzyme. Enzyme now one of the things them way in they go help for make something happen at the body, but they mix at the end. So the enzyme they are also they all day inside the food what they eat, like what your sister don't tell you now. So, but most times what they cook, especially what they cook with food them under high heat. Some people when they cook plazas, then put plenty water on the plazas for better full. It they boil, it don't brown. From there, then take pama, then put day. It they boil, almost all the food value don't come out inside there. And then tell you say as they apply, then can hit them day. Now so this fine food where for don't eat, for give you drink. Now so it they lost value. At the end of the day, if you not take time, instead of go help the body, it they go form what they call acid forming food. It they go add more acid to the system because acid they inside the system now you belly where they help for break down this food into smaller particles. So cooking not only the pollen tier, even the protein protein na food what we need for make we build up our body for let we grow. And this protein here, then tell we say if you dey cook the food, you also dey able am for boil am, because this protein na in dey turn into what they call amino acid, and then also into fat acid, and so we dey make me and you two dey able for live fine one. But if you dey cook the food more, plenty, it dey destroy all length, and that make and the advice say for eat raw vegetable, it better than for eat them, because we also believe say, as we say, your well body, they based on what also you dey eat and based on the thing that we dey do. Now that make a program that we try to say, now we choose well body. It fine for make you eat natural food than for eat the food them where them go down process. What is natural food? Natural food, now them food they grow. Now we garden them. We know they put fertilizer upon them. And a natural food.
So how we go improve? Because most parts are inside salon, we need a plan to not use fertilizer. Now how we go improve and on the quality of the food the way they give we fumble them at the market inside salon.
What I want for telling me brother, my sister, how they listen. Not the way you put fertilizer na cream, you put fertilizer na corn, you put fertilizer na rice, where the rest they grow fine one. Now it means say you don't improve them. No. The improvement of the food for make you get the coin quality where originally God want for make we get. Now way you able for plant this food there inside fine ground where you know they apply fertilizer at all. Because no sooner you put fertilizer, that means that food they no longer become natural food, because you don't add something panam, and you know go do well like how way the plant naturally go do well na the system, and so now that make we want for encourage you and me where they listen. Try for get your own garden. Also you go plant your own crop, your own vegetable, so that you go able for root them and enjoy them from plant to pot. You find out say most of the food them, even the food them where they come to win at this country, they're not going for day on themselves. You find out say now preserve, now they preserve them. And if then they preserve them, which means then get for put something inside that thing they will go help them for make it not go spoil quick. And when they put down the what will go happen? All the chemical where they go put inside that food they, you go circulate all inside the food. Now that make, even if you say they wash them, you're not going for pull the chemical all. Or even if they pull them, you're not going for pull all the chemical all pan them. So for avoiding that day, we just for really ensure say we plant we own food now we own backyard garden. And that make Sierra Leone, we get plenty grown. But today plenty people we don't left the side land there, we don't catch down, now big tongue, we say we know they get side for plant. We they left the bush and all of that in them they waste. And then we just depend upon most of the food them where they come on a supermarket. And I want for tell you say most of the food them where they come on a supermarket then get chemical. And many of them chemical are poison, and that may call it systemic. Systemic in the sense they cannot be washed or they cannot be peeled. No matter, they must have circulated right round that apple day. So the best way I think me and you two for improve the quality of your food, now for that we grow our own food in this country. Now kokuma don't come just like we say, now for eat them. But most of the food and today now this we country, now fertilizer then they put on them. Even go to market, better leaf, if you see and that one way fresh, if you check them keenly, you get fertilizer. And fertilizer also na a chemical. Then not to organic food at all, not to organic potato. And that make today, you see some people and say they boil and law put that way they put for make the team mass. Even when they put beans, lubi, make the team mass. Or they cook beans, we say law put calcium carbonate, make the team all that one day they try for also destroy most of the vitamins. So what would they advise we fumble them? I think we go back to the Garden of Eden and try for plant we own food them, we dey eat, so that we go get the kind well body wey necessary for make me and you to live a very long life. Because as we say, if we continue for eat this fast food business, like a meat and other thing them, I want for tell you say we dey add more acid na the body. And the body no need too much acid. I want for emphasize on that. Because acid is dey burn and it dey cause inflammation at the tissues. Wey later it dey mean say the tissues them and the body they're not going for do them work fine one. But alkaline, that the food wey they eat like raw food, vegetable, in they go for cool and then fight against this inflammation or this stress wey dey happen inside the body. And acid also, it dey destroy the tissues inside the body. And also we dey get them acid forming food there. Now then fry food the way we fashion for put in the body. And other refined food them wey they buy in the market, like a biscuit, then sugar, plenty thing them. So then we go destroy the system. But when you eat raw food or vegetable, in they go try for men that side who side this acid go down boil. And I will tell you say acid wey dey in the medium form, it dey also help the nutrient them for make them able for make ball one. And when the acid boku and the food nutrient go inside the blood, inside it get boku acid, what did happen? It dey form like a small noodles where sometimes it not go able for allow the blood for go flow right through. It dey go block some side the vein small. And when it go block that side, which means the blood not go able for go beyond that side. And that side of your body don't go able for starve now. And no get that kind healthy life what it mean. But we eat then raw food them vegetable, nut and grain, it go able for help you for make it clear out all the kind of thing there. So we need vegetables. We need for grow we own food. If we want to get total well body, the emphasis here is you can eat the other food them more. You will still get well body. But if you want to get total well body, free yourself from spending unnecessary money in a hospital where today you have the heart, tomorrow you have the heart, and no one for do that one day. I want for advise you say, grow your own food and depend upon it, and God will surely bless you. Because if you continue for live on the other thing there, they will form problem in your body, and that make plenty time with they complain about pain, other things. Today we don't eat this food, because it's not good food. Tomorrow way you don't clean, you grab all side per you, it hurt. Because the body not the able for accept, it just the force the body no more, make it take what it no need. And God is very, very wonderful. If they go all out for making ensure say, you not get the kind in the way the body not forget. Because in purpose na this dunya, God say na for make you stay healthy and for make you get that kind sense they will go for praise them better one.
Okay, Ella, tell you thank you. Family, you don't hear now waiting the presenters and don't give you today. They talk about, not forget the topic today. Na food na Meresin. We don't tell you but the kind food then we God give with the 10 way sin not can at the world that the 10 way Motaman been there na Eden. Then where we don't commit sin na Eden, where God really come out there, he add to we diet again. Why he add to we diet? Sister Nancy been tell Una why God add to that diet, because we may need then herbs there for make we and vegetables and for make it will heal the system. Then he also continue for tell we waiting make God introduce flesh inside we diet after we all length here don't happen. Family, if you go notice, if you know somebody way don't they read the Bible, if you not don't they read the Bible self, you na me Muslim brother, you go notice say then 10 and them man they will been dead at the world, them they live long before you read and say this person don't die. But just after now in time where we begin eat flesh, now they tell you notice say we age and begin they drop. So they don't tell you all one day, and they don't also tell you about how then food the way they eat, it can make we this kind sick the way they get, they make well, and how they eat, they make we they sick. So, Fambu, before they continue, we go samba you this music, The Great Physician, from a studio technician, make it they give you, make it they shake your head. Why should they prepare for coming to you back again?
The great physician now is near, the sea birds eyes in Jesus. He speaks the dropping heart to cheer. Oh yeah, the voice of Jesus.
Live, your good friend station.
107.7
7 Leon Adventist Radio. Live. Enjoy it live from the heart of Freetown. This is Adventist Radio in 7 Leon. Catch it 24/7.
Sweetest carol ever sung. Jesus, blessed Jesus.
Okay, Fambul, I know say you don't enjoy that music we come out from the studio technician entitled The Great Physician. You say go contribute to this program by way they send you contribution or questions to 079-107-107. I go call the number again, 079-107-107. We dey wait for your contribution either by text message, WhatsApp, or you go call for make we discuss. El Layate,
Yeah.
why should they give you presentation to Fambul? We talk say beaucoup people they now they need to plant where they not use fertilizer, and you tell we say na beaucoup chemicals and where they inside this thing away. At the end of the day, waiting they go inside we body na in the make we. So if then chemicals that were not good for we body go inside we then they create them bokusi. So how we go able to tell Fambu now, like this organic which they talk about than manure, how they go able to prepare then garden with fine manure, because on side it's difficult to get manure.
All right. God is very wonderful. We get different kind of manure. We get organic, we farmyard manure. That kind fertilizer we they get from the toilet them way animal the toilet this and that and the rest of it. That one day you go use them for putting in your garden. Then in a very good rich manure. Instead of go buy.
But like if Fambu they do large scale garden now.
Well, that is the difference. If you want to do large scale farming, all the thing you get for know that the kind food value where you forget when you plant your food na the natural ground, na the ground way not fertilized with other chemicals, you know we get that kind food value. Just like we all can do the same, but motorman then different. We all been motorman but different. So now so also the kind food value you go do. But you no go turn like the one way they plant na the natural ground we not mix with fertilizer at all. But if you want to do a large scale farming about that, then you could do that one day. But God.
So we they talk to Fambu now about backyard garden inside the plant.
Yes.
You don't think for like eat.
For make
waiting
it
and
eat.
waiting if I do.
But because God originally, I don't think say it be intend for let me and you two go they put fertilizer na the ground way it don't make. Because now that make even first time they say what you call fallow period. Who say they advise you where they make garden, where they make farm, for make also you left the ground for about some time, make himself develop. But because today we no one for left the ground, make it develop, make himself gain your own strength. Just like how me and you two sometimes we not go on for allow even the body for make it rest. So now so they find out say the food and way they inside will be exhausted. And as a result, what did happen? You know, we get the kind food value we need. But for make you able to get the food value we really need for the food on that particular plant day, you don't need for add any chemical panel.
Okay. Sister Nancy, we are waiting Yate been the try for tell farm with this number. He use one word with them called fallow. I think we been talk about that will be the try for talk about rest.
Yes. A fallow period.
Rest.
Now a period of rest.
You know how we fumble than they do now? This season, then go plant corn now. Next season, they can plant corn. The other season, they can plant corn. So that period there, all the nutrients the way that natural nutrients where the ground gets, you don't use all thing done. So now you can make them they bring in then different things. So what you go tell farm about this fallow period or allow the ground for rest, or we get what they call inside agriculture crop rotation, eh?
Yes.
Where
Crop
you
rotation.
So what you go able to tell farm about fallow period, how you for allow the ground. We don't advise them on the rest.
I want to go back to the subsequent presentations. The hope we don't get there. Other thing the hope we don't they talk. But there was a time where we talk say.
Famble, not forget we still the wait for you call 079-107-107. Yusuf can contribute to the program. Yes, Sister Nancy. Why is Famble they prepare for call? No, still talk to her.
In one of we presentation, we be advised with brother and sister then say the best side for make you day, for make you enjoy all the natural things and way God will make. Now where you day, now the up country. Now like them provinces, them village, the other side them. Because some we will grow up na village. I know member anytime where like we people the way they farm need first for go find manure first can put an at the ground before they begin plant, because everything where God give it make and find one in that in natural form it give it. Even before sin come, God tell we say the Garden of Eden, the Bible tell we say the Garden of Eden, everything been there. They not ever tell we say anytime day where Adam be they go look for manure from other places for can put an at the garden before the fruits them and the other vegetables.
But don't forget say after Eden,
so
God
even after sin, yes, God swear the ground. You know, God na a God of justice at the same time na a God of mercy. And he not go do something to we where he go see we back with the suffer, where he not go draw we back with the right hand or the left. So what would they try for say? We been there na the upline. Me where I go up with my granny. My granny na be a farmer. They make granite farm. They plant rice. I don't remember say 10 be ever day where my granny import manure for put. The ground with man call them a fertile land. Or a fertile ground day where they for plant, ground day where if you plant at all, you know go easy for let that plant the better. So if we wait the fend we serve now the provinces, now the upline, let we look for that ground where already naturally get in own manure, where we say if you plant anything there, it go better. Just like what me Ella say, we forget time to the ground for make it rest. Even at the Bible. Time the way God, period of time the way God been the say, we una plant so period, una for allow the land, laying safe rest. So that we una plant the, una go get the harvest we una need. So the advice we go give like a free ton ya, you know easy for make it get grown. So now I made the small ground where they well free ton we no say na fertilizer. Then small swamp the way they around, where then they planting potato leaf green. In fact, now business and they do. So they want plant inside 1 month, then pull and they plant another month, then can't go to market. But if we want forget the natural things, let we go na the provinces. Let we go na the suburb areas. Let we live healthy. Today we all long can then a free ton. Now that make we find out say we always don't can full up na free ton. Well, body no dey. We choke, we know they eat the right food. When we been there upline with people and we'll go up, it hardly for make you hear them complain about the sickness. Oh, they hear but even though they all done the poil today, with people are upline, then see them join this poto business. Now white rice and they eat now, they know they plant the rest there again at the farm. So then serve the thing the way the money winner, then serve the experience and they now. But it advisable for make we go na the provinces or the up countries so that we go able forget the right ground for plant the right thing them, so that we go able for eat the right food. And the other thing I want for add again, sir. Somebody where they hear you now, he go say, Papa God thank you. Don't you why they look for this kind of message for make I'll eat the right thing them. Hey, as much as you want for eat the right thing, then tell we now say you know for mix fruit
and
vegetables then together. Now people wey don't learn but well, but you don't put this together. Say fruit and vegetable not for can together. You know for mix them up. You for able for know how you dey eat them. So not just go and grab, begin for eat. You get for know when you dey eat them. And also, yes, Miela, you want for
because the reason simple is that it dey affect you thinking process, and also it dey cause distress na the digestion. If the stomach not strong enough for handle them tinting together, it dey make the stomach become distressed, and it dey produce more acid in the stomach than high enough for be. So now that make fruit and vegetable enough will go together at the same time. Okay.
for add to wetin me Ella say again, then on the find out say where you dey eat the food the way get protein, e advisable for eat am first. Because we know say protein food they no dey digest easily, then they take time for digest. But if you eat am wey you belle empty, when nothing no dey e dey able forget all the power and everything wey you need for make it go digest. Then from there now you can follow up with carbohydrate food and other one them. And again, I want for encourage with sisters them, do ya the food them wey dey in season, make we eat them. The thing wey like we can get boku pear, wey with man call avocado. Nothing wey there. Right now we pear don't draw. If you go ask for one, and go tell you say 15,000-20,000. Mr. Moderator, the tell we pear been there. I want eat pear every day. The only thing way they stop me now because I need forget a balanced diet. I not go eat one green tea every day. So the food them way they in season, let we make use of them so that the body go able build itself up and do in work fine one.
Yeah. In addition, just like we sister they say, we don't say for eat a vegetable, it's fine, but now eat the one way fresh. If we eat fresh vegetable, it's better than for eat then die vegetable, because we don't wither now. You eat them, you get more problem inside the system, because they go again for go mass, they go for go rotting, and when it rotting, it cause fermentation. And when fermentation happen inside the belly, it cause poison, and it increase the acidity of the body inside, and they lead into trouble.
Yes, me last they talk. I mean, mine just run to there we process them.
Yes.
Where we don't buy or somebody don't give it because of it. They say, "Ale, I not pull this process money no go there for buy other one." The crane don't red, it don't red. You go eat the cutter, the cooker, all of that one. The potato leaf, it don't red, it don't yellow. In fact, where you are rot, the yellow first.
And most of them food and dinner then can create problem for the well body. We can go to market, we go buy them stale food. That one we don't begin rotting.
Yeah,
they put rotting system food inside the system.
It's very, very dangerous, because in as much as they advise you for make you depend upon vegetable, fruit and not, but you also find for make you get the fresh one them, so that will get more problem. And I want for advise you also, Lord, we minimize the way as which we eat flesh food, because we believe the way how God make them. Make them like animal. We don't believe the gut is long as compared to animal in belly. You gut is short, because when they eat meat, especially like a lion, not fit for me the meat they for long. If you did it for long, it cause havoc. Now make the animal where they eat meat in belly, in gut is short as compared to mortal man. We got a long, because God designed them for let we eat fruit.
Okay, farm will still they wait for you self your own contribution. Make we know what in yourself one contribute to all this thing. All questions they waste until you go ask where we go able answer. Yes, Sister Nancy, you want add up to this? Not forget say food and medicine. In your presentation, you been get for tell Famble how where we come out in our garden, God add vegetables into we diet. So how these vegetables sometimes from one year back again, how it really they men they sick them, the different type of sick the way we can get like inside salon.
Before I go direct to that, I want for say first, as much as we eat this with food, let we drink plenty water after the food, and let we eat again not only the vegetables, plenty fruit and vegetables every day, and let we fight hard every day. Let we able forget if na a handful of nuts let we able eat am. And also we understand say 20% of all calories now dem dey comot from snacks foods. And wetin na some of the snack foods dem now wey we sabi na salon, wey we eye open pa, na dem meat pie, no, wey go pan program. They say let us have them snacks first, then give this meat pie wey na refined flour, and the other thing there, shrimps wey dem dey fry, and the other thing dem dey put on a pan, then give you. But today, as we don learn about the good thing dem, na term this for let we left for eat, then refine food dem dey wey dey come in the form of snacks. Let we choose whole grains like wetin Miela been say. This bulgur bread, today we hardly see am. In fact, even way if dem give some man dem give am free, e no want am. Na that white bread, na e don white flour bread, na e don use for eat. But the bulgur bread, na the fine bread for let we for eat for help we. Let we avoid then sugar, sweet beverage dem wey dey take, then fruit juice. Let we eat more of the one that I been called, then legumes dem wey I be called. Let we eat them. I been categorize the food dem under day wey for eat, wey dem for day. Let we take them and then go help we for make we able for maintain well body. Then tell we say when we eat vegetables, because of the system wetin Miela been say, where God make, e be make am for make we eat then grass food and then plant food then dey. And when we eat am, e dey help because God will make this body e sabi wetin the body need for make it build itself up, for make it remain healthy. So when we eat them herbs and then vegetables them, it dey go give we all the nutrients them where the body need, the vitamins them where the body need for le. And most of the vitamins, Ella, we get them from with vegetables.
Course,
Then
yes.
carrot, cabbage, runner beans, sweet pepper, where we can call yellow pepper, green pepper, red pepper. That pepper, the orange day, the day when I see the orange, I say, wow, God is wonderful. It's so beautiful. It's big and orange so. Fine, all of them thing then they that spring. In fact, this painter now, the one they say where they make food, we don't find out the way they cook them brown rice, jollof rice. If they not get that spring onions, what they call leaf yabas, they know they feel say they don't make food. So all of them thing then they where we eat them, they help we for let we get all the nutrients them where go help we for let we body go strong and fit for make it take way along.
Yeah, as my brother they say, it still emphasize how they able for prevent. We not say when we eat good food, especially vegetables and other things, it they go boost the immune system na the body. Okay. And where they able for create what they call the white blood cells na the system. And also the white blood cells, now what they call like a soldier man them. So then soldier man them we able for go try one day some then they way and they for prevent me sick no day. Some then they way and they way sick don't day then they go kill them. Just like a soldier man, they get the one them when na infantry, they get the one them way they fight other side. So then you get different areas in which then they operate. But just like if you get white blood cell then they inside the system, then go plenty. But if you not get the kind food where they need for make them get strong body, they're not going for do well. Just like if you get soldier man them na the country, then plenty. But at the same time, you not give them that kind of ammunition, or you not arm them, you not encourage them for make if they see enemy, say make them forfeit. We are not going to forfeit and defeat the enemy. Now so also the white blood cell and the system, if we not give them the kind right food, we for eat, we then say go strong so that any kind sick way they can with body, then go for attack them. They're not going for do well. Then go plenty in the body, but at the same time, if sickness come where they strong past them, then go for overcome them easily. And with good food, vegetable, nut, grain, fruit inside the body, they find out say the body will do more than when you know put anything like that or you for put beef or other meat thing in the system. They find out say the soldier man they're not going for do much of it because they're not used to them kind day, but they're used for receive more energy from vegetable fruit nut rather than meaty food. And so I want to advise you for make we depend upon raw food and even the one that we find for let we eat, don't not cook and pass mark. Because if you cook and pass mark, it not going to mean anything at the body again. It will only cause more harm than good.
Okay, so family, you know which well I don't talk now. The food we eat the right one. They go boost the immune system. Then that's soldier man the way get for fat inside you body. It arm them well one for fat any kind target we want can meet them. Okay, I tell you thank you, family. I tell you thank you today. Nothing say family been ready for talk to me today. Mami Johnson, when I've been dey talk about the books then what we get now, I've been talk about key to wellness way na them book way then get. You go advertise that book to Fambul, and sometimes you go pick one or two things inside way Fambul go hear about way how you go help for men sometimes the problem we forget today. Hold on, call the come inside. Hello caller, which na your name and who side they call from?
Brother Maka, they call from Kotal. I think may God bless you now for the program all they do. I don't know, I get a little advice from this health talk. If we're able to take the health talk to the schools, then they will begin from the schools, they let the picking and go they know. So some picking go able know go teach in my manner also man. Oh, they make company program so some my man they not can get the understanding much. But if they go to the schools, I don't know now the big one. We do from the schools already beginning the beginning with the natural foods they wouldn't for the partake on from the old stand. So then go they know then we able to teach.
Okay, I think Brother Mark in Fear Left and Road. But Brother Mark, your advice what you give is very good. We go sit down, we go remember that one the law we know waiting for do. We go for take we message go to the schools then. Yes, Madam Johnson, as I've been they talk to you, now I get call from we brother Mark. So
Maka.
Maka.
Yes, me fambulem. Today na small talk I get for na book. Get one sick. Before I go to the pamphlet so we get. We get one sick with the money with people then at this country. And they call her hypertension. Most people then get her. The Yagba then have this salary bokum. So one simple thing where we can do for help people with that kind of problem then they. With that kind of problem they it ain't at this book here. Key to wellness. 8 keys to wellness. What thing you for do? Simple thing what you can do. You say you sabi this eggplant what they call kobo kobo. Kobo kobo then a market.
Plenty.
Yes. If you take 2-3 large one, or if you get the medium size one, you cut them into cubes. You cut them small. Then you put in a half gallon water. Now then clean container. Then especially then in a melt bowl, no put in a plastic. You put in a half gallon.
That we see the enamel bowl and then pan bowl.
Then pan bowl, yes. Mm-hmm. You put in there, you cover them. Then you go put in the fridge for 5 days. 5 days now you put them. When you don't cut her, you put her inside the pan, you cover her with water. The half gallon water. After 5 days, you for begin drink her. You dey check, you may then go check your blood pressure. If you get your machine, you check her. Then you begin drink her. You go see say the pressure go dey up before you then you begin for drink her. You dey drink 1 ounce of her, like I for say 1 cup. Then we cup here, we dey take measure. Then Ghana, drink 1 cup of that liquid. The thing go down turn the water. You for repeat this daily until your pressure go down. You go notice say when you dey take and the pressure they go down. You for take and say when you pressure reach 120 by over 80, then you stop. You can stop until sometimes you know go come back, but if you come back, you continue with her. If you did do so, you go free yourself on that hypertension day. And when you did take this treatment, in addition, you know for eat boku fats, you know, you don't hear the where we presenter and talk about the kind of food that we get boku fats. You know for it's plenty salt. And you for watch your diet. Not so that boku eats belful eats. And you for exercise. You know for eat boku fat foods. You know for take boku salt. You for eat balance your diet. And not for eat belful. They learn say this belful eat where you want to take belful na sickness. Just eat what it do for you. tell you for exercise. So now that's I bring for now today. We get this book here. This pamphlet. A small pamphlet, but you get beaucoup good thing there. Say keys to health, recovery, and wellness. It will help you. If not, so you sick safe. You get you then house with people that will sick. You picking them, mama, papa. It will benefit somebody in the house. We get an we office na 24 Savage Street. We also get turmeric. You with them they talk about turmeric na the nutrition pathway be presented and give. We get turmeric. We also get peppermint oil. This peppermint oil, this season time, it good for cold, it good for them flu. We get peppermint oil. We also get other good thing there for well, but the simple thing that we go meet your pocket. So now the word that we pray for well body for we all, and we hope say you go can check this book here now we head office at Savage Street.
Okay, Fambu, you don't hear everything Mami Rosa don't tell you about how for treat hypertension. You give the advice where they take that medicine, the waiting you know for do, and waiting you for do. So I'll tell you now, always been the listen to we, boku thank you. I tell the presenters and thank you. I tell Mama Johnson himself thank you. Then Brother Maka, you yourself will call. I tell yourself plenty thank you. We're not done yet with this food na Meresin. Next week back again, we come back for can continue for tell now but food na Meresin. But let not forget, let we choose well body. I go ask Mama Johnson for make it close this program for we before we go in prayer.
Papa God, we tell you thank you where you don't talk to me this hour. Plenty pa we know well. Because of we own stubbornness or because of we know they listen with you and they tell we. And plenty things the way they do where they make we sick. We sick now we head, now we body. We sick now we heart, we sick now we mind. You na God of healing. We dey beg you, Papa God, that. What if we don't hear then small advice the way they don't give we out for keep we self healthy for let we go get well body. We pray Papa God make we understand. Let we practice them and depend on you because Meresin like we eat balance if you know the day well body know the but let we do all to you honor and glory. In Jesus' name we pray with thanksgiving.
Amen.
The great physician now is near, the sympathizing Jesus. He speaks the dropping heart to cheer. Oh yeah, the voice of Jesus, sweetest notes in savor song, sweetest name a mortal tongue, sweetest carol. is this blessed Jesus. His name, this spell, my guilt and fear.